Starfield, one of the biggest disasters in gaming, no, human history, is maybe gonna get a new DLC. Yeah, probably not. Let's be real. The last DLC had something of a 6% player retention rate, which is arguably one of the worst statistics ever recorded in gaming history. The typical DLC gets roughly 25 to 30% of players to go and play it once again. But Starfield Shattered Space DLC, something that most people got for free, by the way, had only roughly 6% of people returning and playing it. Now that is a disaster. And there's gonna be a new DLC, you're telling me? Oh boy, I can't wait for the slop.
Starfield is receiving its first update in what feels like since Shattered Space, and it's coming on May 22nd. There is some very important details to go through, so without further ado, let's get into it. So coming with this May 22nd update is going to be a bunch of quality of life improvements and in the form of bug fixes. But there is some very important details here.
How long until that patch drops? And 2 days roughly pass, and people are reporting, oh, half the bugs that they fixed are not fixed. And now for every bug that was fixed, there's 2 new bugs. And if you don't know, that's not me making stuff up. That's actually literally, as far as I know, the history of Starfield bug fixes. Okay? And every time Bethesda does it, they make this giant spectacle. Boys, we fixed 5 bugs. Exciting. It's almost like a new game, and none of the bug fixes actually work. And again, the ones that did introduced somehow 2 new bugs, so fixing bugs literally pointless. It is astonishing how bad on every level Starfield and the devs behind this atrocity are.
To go over. One of the big changes here, and this is already going to be seen on May 22nd, is going to be that creations can be uploaded if they are a size of 2 gigabytes now. So we're going to get a lot bigger creations in Starfield than what we've been used to so far. With it, creations now have the ability to add new icons to the game, something I'm surprised wasn't there from the start, and the creation store is now going to support bundling creations. And now you might be wondering, why did I say we're going to be seeing this 2 gigabyte type thing right on May 22nd when the update comes out? If you haven't been following the news, there is a new creation in the works by King Gath Creations. King Gath Creations is the same people that brought you the East Empire expansion and the Bard's College expansion for...
Yeah, I thought I have heard that name before, okay? We checked out what people were saying about it. This is shit. I'm not gonna lie, this is trash. This is completely not worth it, okay? The Bard's College expansion is, at least from what I have seen, is completely not worth your money. And now these amazing designs are gonna come to Starfield.
For Skyrim. And those are two of the most beloved mods slash DLC type mods ever. So the reason I'm bringing this up is
DLC type mods. By the way, this opens up a bigger problem, and that is, initially you probably think, this is at least what I thought, that the Creation Club is going to be just free money for Bethesda. They kind of understand now that the Creation Club is just escalating the debt of all of these games, because the reality is, what does the Creation Club make the game into? Well, it makes it into nothing. It makes it bad. It makes the base game bad, and now everything that you want to make the base game good costs more money. So you're buying Starfield, you're paying 60, 70, or whatever bucks to buy it, and all of the base game is complete trash. The UIs are trash. The level progression is bad. Half the talent points don't work, and the story is just pure diarrhea. And well, now you need to find a way to fix it. Well, how do you fix it? Well, you have to buy mods. On top of your $60, now you need to buy an UI mod, a story rewriter mod, New guns, new weapons, new this, new that, making crafting a real thing, fixing bases, fixing this. A DLC mod that probably fixes existing bugs because why not sell those for money considering how many massive bugs there are in this stupid game. So $50 later, congratulations! Now you have a playable base game, but there's still not really a lot of story. So now you need to buy story DLCs that all cost like roughly $10. $10 for 1 hour of playtime, roughly. So now you want to enjoy the game? Well, buy the DLC and play the DLC for 1 hour. The hour ends. Well, buy the next DLC for 1 hour. And this will lead to one of two inevitable conclusions. One, most likely, you run out of DLCs and now the game is shit because the game's still bad. Or two, well, you literally have to spend like now $400 extra because otherwise you have nothing to do in the game and you need to buy the story campaigns. There is no winning with this. There is no winning with a game as bad as Starfield being moddable. It just makes the experience more expensive and worse.
Is because we are getting a brand new expansion like DLC mod in creations on May 22nd called Watchtower. It's bringing a brand new storyline, new ship attachments, new capabilities in the form of orbital strikes, which I think sounds crazy, new gear, and more. So this is literally
Wow.
basically like an expansion sized mod, it seems like. Kind of exactly like the likes of the East Empire and the Bard's College Skyrim mods. This is basically the first of this size to reach Starfield, and this is going to bring brand new life to Starfield in what feels like such a long time, well, honestly, since Shattered Space. The official Watchtower description reads as a new faction has emerged from the shadows to protect humanity from potential threats with excessive power, and they've identified you as their latest target. Join forces with a fellow adventurer hunted by Watchtower, befriend contacts, and work together to pilfer Watchtower's technology and turn it against them. So
Wow, that sounds so amazing. Okay. Let's look at the Steam DB. Oh, wrong thing. Let's look at the Steam DB for Starfield, okay? Here it is. A whopping 56% of people are not really happy with this too much, okay? By the way, keep in mind the Steam ratio works like this. Anything below anything below a 4. No, how was it? Like because anything this wasn't like 50% as in, oh, if you rate it like 5 out of 10 it's bad. No, 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 it's still good. It's like there was some kind of strange stuff. So this ratio actually is far worse than you would think. And it's going down because normal people are playing Starfield and they're looking at this and being like, holy wow, Statum Morgan is a plant, eh? That's so cool. How about I Google how to Minecraft myself real quick to for a real solution to this game? And the player base is atrocious. This is the worst Bethesda player base ever. And this game potentially, by Bethesda's own words, sold 30 million copies, which is unbelievable, or it had 30 million players because it was on it was on Xbox Game Pass day one, and it's not even in the top 50 of games played on Xbox. So that means that this is probably like 99% of the player base for Starfield at this point. 5K down from 30 million. Damn, I think Assassin's Creed Shadows is actually a more technically beloved game than this bonanza of Garbanzo. But in any case,
we're finally getting basically a new DLC in Starfield. Now, it will probably be a paid mod. It's not official yet, but it's
oh really? You think it's gonna be a paid mod? Of course, it's gonna be a paid mod.
like a 99% possibility that it is definitely going to be paid for. So, get ready for that, which means it should also, though, be achievement friendly. Now, I think the most interesting part about this is the fact that Bethesda themselves is showcasing this. This is not just King Gath
Well, the reason Bethesda is showcasing is because every other thing that you can buy in the goddamn shop is probably stolen from someone else and re-uploaded on their shop.
Going out there and posting their own video. This is being posted, the video of the trailer, on Bethesda's YouTube itself.
400 likes. How many views is that?
Is this gonna be lore friendly in the sense of this is a actual story like DLC? That I'm not sure of yet. But it will be interesting to see how Bethesda touts this DLC type mod. Like, is it just gonna be a creation, or are they going to kind of give it more outreach, I guess would be the word, to be able to say that this is basically a new DLC? Kind of the same way that they've been touting East Empire and Bard's College. So if you want to get Watchtower, get ready for May 22nd when it comes out. And if you just want to see what modders are going to do with
I can't even find the Bethesda YouTube channel. I'm trying to find a video because I want to see how actually many people even clicked on it, because it doesn't honestly mean a lot. Bethesda Studios YouTube. Okay, let's go like that. Okay, I found it. I found it. Bethesda Studios. Let's see what we have. Doom, no one cares. And let's search Tover. Dishonored 2. Nope. This is bad. I can't even find it. LOL, that's so bad. Wow. All of that is so old. Can we just find it like this? Funny Elder Scrolls, blah blah blah. They actually uploaded quite a bit of stuff. I should follow this channel just to make fun of it. I can't see the Watchtower. Yeah, I can't see it, sadly.
this brand new creation size increase, then get ready as well. Because May 22nd is bringing our first look at a new update in what feels like forever. It has definitely been a hot minute. Watchtower, though, regardless of how it's touted, regardless of what it looks like in the sense of lore friendliness to Bethesda and Starfield specifically, this is a great, well, I was going to say little, but this is a pretty great big treat for us until possibly the official expansion later.
Nope, nope, I can't find it. I write in Watchtower and it doesn't find me Watchtower. The best it finds me is a Starfield Shattered Space official something. Completely useless. Well, not that it honestly matters too much, as you probably can assume.
This year. As we know, Starborn is the believed
And no one cares. Dude, if Starfield gets a third expansion, I don't know what I'm gonna do, okay? There is no God.
name for a second expansion to come to Starfield. And while we haven't gotten any official notice from Bethesda themselves, it is still likely that it's on the table. So with Watchtower releasing right now, that gives us probably a few month leeway until Starborn releases later this year, or whatever the second expansion name will be. And if this is touted as a expansion sized creation, then we are definitely in for a sweet year. If we absolutely get our next
A sweet year, he said, unironically, eh?
expansion from Bethesda themselves at the end of this year, and right now,
Yeah, I'm sure the third Starfield DLC is gonna even get more people to back in. Maybe we can push that average of 5K up to like 6K? Whoa, that would be pretty big.
about halfway through the year, a little bit less, but regardless, if we are getting a expansion size
Imagine playing Starfield when you can just play the Oblivion remastered at this point.
creation that's basically lore friendly and everything, then that is absolutely insane. And it is gonna actually be a pretty good year for Starfield. And the farther and farther I get talking about this technically still rumored second expansion is more when I start going to speculation. And I could do speculating.
They need to drop, by the way, a second expansion. That's the irony. Because remember, Todd Howard said that the Bethesda is gonna introduce a new big hitter, and their big hitters were very simple: Fallout, Elder Scrolls, and technically Dishonored for a while, but then it died.
All day. So let's end it there. So Watchtower and just Starfield's update is coming out May 22nd, and we could be seeing some giant sized mods pretty soon in Starfield. So if you're excited about all of that, get ready.
I don't think honestly. I don't honestly think anyone's excited about Starfield, okay? I don't even think making a negative video about Starfield is going to get people excited because it's just so bad. Anyway, that was Pharaoh Rising 10 out of 10.